Okay, let's see how the Shark Navigator is going to clean up this room. It can go under some furniture. Now once it does the perimeter of the room, it's going to go back and forth and make the straight lines. I do wish it would have got a little closer to the corner over there. It just didn't get all the way up next to the wall. But here you can see here in the middle where it's vacuuming, it's doing a pretty good job. Now, it's probably going to hit that toy, but for everyday obstacles, it will avoid them. So we'll give it one more try with the toy. This is more of a straight on approach, and it is hitting the toy. So, and if there are cables lying on the ground, it will run over the cables too. So it sort of sensed that shoe was there. It did move it and bump right into it a little bit. Yeah, for everyday cleaning, this is going to do okay. It doesn't get right next to the walls, and its obstacle avoidance isn't the best. Yeah, it did leave quite a bit in that corner. But it does do good coverage, so since it missed this little area, it's going to come back and get this little area now. And if you have carpet, it will leave nice straight lines in your carpet. And then when it's all done, it's going to go back to the docking station and auto empty the dustbin. Okay, it's all done. It's going to go back to the docking station and auto empty. Okay, it's going to approach the docking station and then turn around. Okay, it's going to be charged up, ready to go for the next time. This is a bagless design, so you're going to press this button about once every month. You got to take this to the trash can, press that button, and everything's going to come out. There is a filter. Since it is bagless, you are going to have to clean this filter. And as we can see, it does get a little dirty, but it is reusable. So you can take that to the sink, wash it, let it dry, and put it back. Let's take a look at the actual robot. We did get some long hair wrap around the brush, the side brush. The brush roller, this time it did okay. There's a few hairs. It does have that comb on it, we can see. So I will be sending this Shark Navigator back. I have the 60-day version, which is gray and it's taller. It's exactly the same, it just has a bigger dustbin. I have it at my house. It's actually been working very well. I mean, considering it has the same obstacle avoidance, which is practically nil. It doesn't get up real close to the corners, but at least I haven't had any problems. This one I've had quite a few problems with. I've had to remap my house twice. Sometimes when I do a room cleaning, it just undocks, spins, and goes back and docks. It doesn't like to do specific rooms when I just want to do a room by itself. It has done the whole house cleaning, but you can see hair wrap's going to be a problem. This is a very budget entry level. You know, this price point, $400, that's way too much for this robot right now. I did buy this with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. It's not a recommendation for me. I think the Shark app's a little bit too old. It's just, I like Mova. I even like this Eufy C10 over here. They're just a little bit better, a little bit more refined robots. This seems like a step back in my opinion. The robot feels very cheap. This spinning LiDAR and the sensor on the front, I think, is not the best. I think it's really struggling. And then they just have the basic Shark robot. The same brush roller, the same auto empty. I know people like bagless, but I'm not a fan of bagless anymore because of how dirty those filters get. I love having a bag. Now, I know there's concern that, will they make a bag? But when you have a system that has, all you do is, these don't leak. You just take the bag off, throw it away, and put a new bag on. There's no mess. With these, you've got, those filters are extremely messy. Now, granted, they're easy to clean, and you gotta let them dry overnight, and you don't have a bag, I get that, but I just prefer very, very simple. I've been reviewing these Roborock Q10, S5 Plus, Q7, even the Roomba 105 is actually not too bad. It's the price point it's getting. The Roomba just can't get an approval from me because they're so high for their features. It all comes down to price and features. You know, for 400 bucks, you can get a nicer robot. The Mova S10 Plus is $230. That's a much better robot. Sometimes the Eufy's under $400. It's a better robot. These are a little bit more expensive. But when this is at full price, $400, just think for a moment. Here you can get this Dream L40, which is a far, far superior robot with mopping, clean water tanks, dirty water tanks. This thing was $500 on sale. So for $100 more, you get like a 10x improvement in a robot. So it's all about price point with me. And I've got coming up with a list. That's why these robots and Shark has really flooded the market. I'm going to show you some, if you're wanting a Shark vacuum, I'll show you a list in this video of ones that I do approve of. You can get some Shark robots that are older, but actually better. This is their latest one, is 2025. I don't consider this an improvement. I consider their old ones with spinning LiDAR on top to be a better robot than this one. So I'll put those links in my show description. The Eufy C10 is a better robot. The Mova S10 Plus is an awesome robot. Some of the Roborock Q series get into a little bit more expensive. This one is under $300 right now, which Shark sells some LiDAR equipped robots that work a lot better than this for under $300. So they got the Shark. There's so many, I can't keep track. I got them all downstairs. So that's a better robot, but $349 is a little more expensive. This white one is a far superior robot from Shark. It's the same bagless. It has LiDAR on top. That will be on sale about 4 or 5 times a year for $300. I've got this one. This is the IQ. It's got LiDAR on top. $248. That's a much better robot. I don't understand Shark. Don't ever get the Matrix 2-in-1 Plus. That one. That one's under $300. Look at that. What a renewed, and I've bought, oh my gosh, I've bought lots of renewed. $119. That is a, well, it's not a superior robot, but it's, for 120 bucks, that's an amazing robot. Here's our Navigator. And this Matrix renewed. This is a better, 200 bucks. Even, that's a really good price. The Shark, this one, power detail, oh my gosh. Don't even get this one. This one is a far superior, if you want a bagless Shark, this is the one to get. The Detect Pro, self-empty. Why is that so cheap? That's an amazing deal. That's $300 off. And it's new? No, it is renewed. I'm okay with renewed though. I've purchased lots. It has the same 30-day return policy on Amazon. I did buy, there's the 60-day. It's the 60-day one. It's just got a bigger self-empty base. It's the same. I mean, I don't know if it's the same robot or not. I did buy it. I'm sure it is. You know, this seems like a step backwards. Precision home mapping. This just seems, I don't understand. This seems like a step backwards. I mean, you've got the L60. That's a far superior robot vacuum. And this, I can't believe they're still selling this. This is what I feared it was going to be. It reminded me of the old, this was my first robot, the IQ. And it has that sensor on the front, you know, that thing that shines up. And it does an okay job. I mean, it's surprisingly okay, but LiDAR is so much far superior. That thing's I don't like how there's so many models of Shark robots. I think it hurts the brand, but I am not an expert in branding. There's the Eufy C10 that I showed you. It's $279. It's a far superior robot. And see, they got a Navigator does this not have the self-empty base? What? So there's, for the same price, they're selling a Navigator without the self-empty base. Why would you get that? Oh my gosh, then you would expect to pay half or something. If you want one without a self-empty base, there's one that's got LiDAR, the spinning LiDAR on top for $94. That's what you'd expect to pay, but it is renewed. But again, I don't mind renewed. That's a far superior. That's the Dream D10 Gen 2, 254, and it mops. I mean, that's almost the same as the Mova S10 Plus. I'm just speechless. In my show description notes, if you purchase the product, use my link. The product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these honest reviews. Now, I also will put a link to my Amazon storefront. And in there I have check in my description, there'll be a list. My robot vacuum cleaner list. It'll take you to my storefront, my Amazon storefront list, and it'll have the Shark robots that I approve of. Now, sometimes they're not on sale, so it's all about price. And don't ever pay full price for these robots. They're constantly going on sale. It's just random times. Yep, I want to love Shark. This is just a miss for me. This is a misstep in my opinion, not an improvement. I get the spinning LiDAR. That's kind of the future, but it's still kind of tall. Eufy C10 has that spinning LiDAR, and they figured it out. And they've got a C20 that does spinning LiDAR, and it does a really good job. So not sure what's going on here. And again, the old Shark app is just got to get replaced. It's too old in my opinion. So these other apps are just work so much better, and I don't have the problems because it's all about user interface. The minute you start having a bad user interface, you can't use your robot. And then that's bad in my opinion. So again, check out my other videos. I really do hope this video helps. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.